Protecting your peace is a sign of spiritual maturity. It's not fear. Let's talk about it. I'm Brittany, hey, your manifesting mentor. I'm not a coach, I'm not a guru, but I'm a woman who walks the walk and who shares what works. So I heard something recently that resonated so deeply with me. I heard a spiritual teacher say that she was extremely protective about what she allowed into her consciousness. Not out of fear or because she's hiding from the world, but because she understands how precious her attention is. She said, there are too many unwholesome energies, too many negative thought forms in the collective right now. I can't risk it. And immediately I thought, exactly. And it had nothing to do with being fragile or avoiding life, but because I understand what Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches. Where you place your attention is where you place your energy. And wherever your energy goes, that becomes your reality. So when you're constantly tuning into chaos, outrage, tragedy, despair, and pain that you have no direct power to change at the 3D level, your nervous system becomes overwhelmed. Your emotions become dysregulated. Your vibration lowers. And you're not weak for that. You're human. Here's the deeper truth. You don't become powerful by knowing more of what you cannot control. Think about it. You become more powerful by staying aligned with what you can influence. Your consciousness. And I'm not talking about denial or spiritual bypassing. I'm talking about energetic stewardship. Now, some people watching this may not be aware, but thoughts are not generated inside your head. Thoughts are sentient. They exist inside the unified field as living, vibrating patterns of energy. They have tone, frequency, momentum, and direction. And the thoughts that you tune into depend on the emotional frequency that your body is currently broadcasting. If you're anxious, you tune into anxious thoughts. If you're fearful, you tune into fearful thoughts. If you're aligned, coherent, and connected, you tune into wisdom, clarity, compassion, and intuition. Neville Goddard said, you must be conscious of being what you desire. Abraham Hicks says, you're most powerful when you're aligned. And Dr. Joe Dispenza says, if you can't control your emotions, you can't control your energy. It all means the same thing. You can't afford to tune into every wandering thought form or every low vibrational story in the collective. Especially when you know your nervous system is the very instrument you manifest with. Especially when you know coherence is your power. Especially when you know your energy is the influence that you have on the world. So here's what I've learned to do. When I'm scrolling and I feel my body tighten, I stop. When the news pulls me down, I shut it off. When a conversation drains me, I cut it short and I redirect my attention inward. I breathe, I recalibrate, and I reconnect to my source. Because if I'm out of alignment, I am no help to anyone I love. My siblings, my parents, my partner, my coworkers, my community. But when I'm centered, when I'm coherent, when I'm grounded in my higher self, I am 10 times more of a blessing than I could ever be by absorbing more suffering than my nervous system can hold. Being a good steward of your mind means knowing when to disengage from downward pulling energy, even when it comes from the people you care about. It means refusing to drown in thought forms that don't belong to you. It means choosing alignment over awareness when awareness becomes overloaded. Because like Dr. Joe Dispenza said, you don't change your life by tuning into the same energies that created your suffering. You change your life by tuning into truth, by tuning into your higher self, by tuning into the field where infinite potentials already exist, and by choosing the frequency that aligns with who you intend to become. I call this spiritual responsibility, emotional mastery, authorship, dominion. I don't know who needs to hear this, but this is your reminder, and you got this.